Today, I'm revealing 8 unexpected places to touch her that will electrify her senses and create a connection so deep she'll feel like you can read her soul. This isn't about cheap tricks or gimmicks. It's about mastering the art of subtlety, rooted in Stoic control and dark psychological insight. These aren't just touches. They're carefully placed whispers of desire. Stick with me, because by the time we're done, you'll have the tools to captivate her in ways she never saw coming. Welcome to Stoic Blessing, where discipline becomes power and power becomes attraction. Let's dive in. The power of intentional touch. Before we dive into the specific places, let's talk about why touch matters and how to wield it like a master. The truth is, most men fail because they touch without intention. Stoicism teaches us the power of control. Every action should have a purpose. Every move should carry meaning. Touch isn't just physical, it's psychological. It communicates security, intrigue, and yes, desire. But here's the secret. The key to powerful touch isn't aggression or excess. It's subtlety. The right touch, at the right moment, sends ripples through her mind and body, building anticipation without a single word. This is where dark psychology comes into play, understanding her reactions, reading her energy, and mastering the art of restraint. When you touch her, let it be deliberate, as if every part of you is in tune with her response. This is the foundation of what I'm about to teach you. Are you ready to unlock the first unexpected place to touch her? Number 1, the back of her neck. Let's start with a spot that's often overlooked, but incredibly powerful: the back of her neck. Why? Because this area is rich with nerve endings and incredibly sensitive to touch. But here's the key. This isn't about grabbing or being rough. Think of your touch as a whisper, a brush of your fingertips, or a gentle trace of your knuckles. The back of the neck carries an almost primal connection. It's where vulnerability meets trust. When you approach this area, you're signaling protection and subtle dominance, a perfect balance that ignites a sense of safety and excitement in her. The Stoic principle here: intentionality. Touch this area only when the moment calls for it, perhaps while helping her with her coat or as a light, unexpected gesture when she's leaning forward. Keep it brief but lingering, leaving her wanting more. This touch isn't just physical. It sends a psychological signal, triggering feelings of closeness and intimacy. And the best part? It's subtle enough to make her wonder if it was intentional, keeping her intrigued and drawn to you. Ready for the next spot? Let's move to a place that speaks to her sense of stability and connection. Number 2, her lower back. The next spot is her lower back, a place that perfectly blends physical attraction with emotional connection. Why is this area so effective? Because it's a symbolic point of stability. A gentle touch here says, "I've got you," without a single word. But here's the rule: keep it light and purposeful. A brief touch as you guide her through a doorway or place your hand there when standing close creates a moment of grounding connection. This isn't about control, it's about assurance. Psychologically, this gesture taps into her sense of trust and security. It shows that you're present, confident, and mindful of her space. It's subtle, but it carries weight because it aligns with the Stoic principle of restraint. You're not grabbing or holding. You're simply creating a moment of connection that leaves an impact. Dark psychology comes into play here too. This touch builds a subconscious link in her mind between you and a sense of safety, a powerful combination that deepens her attraction. Are you ready to unlock the next spot? Let's talk about a place that builds trust and anticipation in ways most men never think of. Number 3, her hands and wrists. Next, we move to a place that is deceptively simple but incredibly intimate: her hands and wrists. Why is this area so effective? Because it's unexpected and it's tied directly to trust and vulnerability. The skin here is soft, sensitive, and rarely touched, making it the perfect place to create a spark of connection. Here's how to approach it. Don't rush. Gently graze her wrist as you hand her something, or subtly trace your thumb along her knuckles during a conversation. It's not the intensity of the touch that matters, it's the intention behind it. Keep it slow, deliberate, and fleeting. Psychologically, this gesture creates a moment of closeness without overwhelming her. It's an invitation, not a demand. The Stoic principle here is mindfulness. Your touch should be thoughtful, reflecting control and awareness of the moment. What makes this so powerful in dark psychology is its ability to build anticipation. A light, fleeting touch here leaves her mind racing, wondering what it means and when it will happen again. The subtlety keeps her intrigued and thinking about you long after the moment has passed. Now that we've covered trust and vulnerability, let's move on to a spot that balances physical attraction with emotional depth. Number 4. The curve of her hip. Now we're diving into a spot that's undeniably intimate, yet carries an air of subtlety, the curve of her hip. This area is where physical attraction meets emotional connection, and when touched the right way, it creates a powerful moment of closeness. Here's how you approach it. Timing is everything. A light, steady touch on her hip as you guide her through a crowded space or while dancing communicates confidence and presence. This is not about lingering too long or being too forceful. It's about making her feel that you're fully attuned to her. The psychological effect here is profound. The hip is symbolic of strength and balance, and when you touch this area, you're signaling that you're in sync with her, both physically and emotionally. It creates a sense of unity that deepens her connection to you. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the moment and act with intention. By keeping this touch purposeful and brief, you maintain control while showing her that you're confident and comfortable with intimacy. In terms of dark psychology, this touch subtly draws her attention to your physical chemistry without making it overt. It's a calculated move that leaves her wanting more, sparking curiosity and desire. Now, let's move to a spot that's even more unexpected and incredibly tender. Number 5. The inside of her elbow. Here's a place most men never consider, the inside of her elbow. Why is this area so powerful? Because it's soft, sensitive, and deeply personal. Touching this spot shows an understanding of intimacy that goes beyond the obvious. How do you approach it? Timing and subtlety are crucial. A light brush of your fingers as you adjust her sleeve, or a soft touch during a playful moment, can create an electric connection. Keep it brief and gentle. This isn't about being bold, but about creating a fleeting spark of closeness. Psychologically, this touch is disarming. The inside of the elbow is an area that's rarely touched, making your gesture stand out in her mind. It taps into her subconscious, making her feel cared for and desired in a way she didn't expect. From a Stoic perspective, this touch reflects restraint and mindfulness. It's not flashy or overt, it's deliberate, leaving her to fill in the gaps with her own thoughts and emotions. And here's where dark psychology comes in. The unexpected nature of this touch keeps her intrigued, wondering if it was intentional or accidental. Either way, it lingers in her mind, building anticipation for what might come next, ready to explore a spot that's both grounding and calming. Number 6. Her ankles or feet. Touching her ankles or feet might sound unusual, but done correctly, it can be incredibly grounding and intimate. This area is often overlooked, making it a unique way to show care and attention. Here's how to approach it. Keep the touch intentional and appropriate to the moment. For example, when she's relaxing, lightly massaging her ankle or running your fingers gently along the top of her foot shows you're attentive and thoughtful. It's about creating comfort and connection, not making it overly intense. Psychologically, this touch connects her to the present moment. It's calming, grounding, and can even feel protective, qualities that enhance her trust in you. This aligns with Stoic principles of being fully present and intentional, using touch not as a casual action, but as a meaningful gesture. From a dark psychology standpoint, this touch is unexpected, making it all the more memorable. It creates a moment where she feels truly seen and cared for, subtly deepening her attraction without needing to be overtly romantic. Now, let's move on to a spot that combines subtlety and emotional charge. Number 7. Her collarbone. The collarbone is a highly underrated yet incredibly powerful spot to touch. It's delicate, close to her heart, and carries a sense of vulnerability that can create a deep emotional connection when approached with intention. How do you touch this area? Start with subtlety. A light trace with your fingertips as you adjust her necklace or brush away a strand of hair can send a gentle shiver down her spine. It's not about pressure, it's about creating a fleeting, electrifying moment that lingers in her mind. Psychologically, this touch resonates because it feels intimate without being overly bold. The collarbone is a transitional area, linking her neck and chest, making it both protective and inviting. Touching it carefully communicates a blend of respect and intrigue, showing that you're attuned to her emotions. From a Stoic perspective, this is a prime example of self-control and awareness. You're not rushing or overstepping. You're acting with intention, demonstrating restraint while still leaving an impact. Dark psychology amplifies the power of this touch. Its subtlety keeps her guessing, heightening her sense of anticipation and curiosity. It's a move that stays with her long after the moment has passed. Now, let's finish strong with one of the most sensitive and exciting places to touch. Number 8. Behind her ears. Finally, we arrive at one of the most sensitive and overlooked spots, behind her ears. This area is rich in nerve endings, making it incredibly receptive to touch. When done correctly, it can create a wave of unexpected excitement and intimacy. How do you approach it? Keep it light and intentional. A soft brush of your fingers as you tuck her hair back or a gentle caress during an intimate moment can leave her breathless. The key here is subtlety. This touch should feel natural, almost accidental, but deeply deliberate. Psychologically, touching behind her ears taps into heightened sensory awareness. It's a spot that feels vulnerable yet safe, combining trust and excitement in a single gesture. This aligns perfectly with the Stoic principle of balance, exerting control while creating meaningful moments of connection. In terms of dark psychology, this touch is incredibly powerful because it's unexpected yet deeply personal. It creates a lingering sensation that's hard to ignore, embedding you in her mind long after the moment is over. By now, you've unlocked the secrets to 8 unexpected places that can captivate her mind and body. But remember, it's not just about where you touch, it's about the intentionality behind it. The Stoic way is to act with purpose, making every move count. If you found these insights valuable and want to keep mastering the art of subtle, intentional connection, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Stoic Blessing, and turn on notifications. Together, we'll keep diving into the principles of Stoicism, dark psychology, and the art of meaningful relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.